Hey, thanks for watching Goosey Goggles VR. My name's Dan. Today we're smashing our way through a review of Breachers on the Meta Quest 2. I'm pleased to say that Triangle Factory might have brought us the VR Game of the Year for 2023. Not just on Quest 2, but the medium as a whole. Let's get into it. Multiplayer games on this niche are notoriously hard to get a consistent high player base so that you can keep finding games to play in the long run. Most don't succeed and fall on their arse not long after release. I have a real confidence Breachers is going to see a true longevity with its online health. Why is this, you ask? Well, due to all the elements I'm about to discuss in this review. Breachers is a 5v5 team-based shooting game, which at launch has two game modes. The first is a traditional time-based team deathmatch, where you kill a lot and die often, which isn't a problem as you just spawn back in and continue the chaos. The second, and primary way to play Breachers, is an asymmetrical attack and defend style of play, very reminiscent of Rainbow Six Siege on flat-screen consoles, called Bomb Defusal. Lastly, worth a note that the game does also feature a gun range where you can try out all the weapons and take part in some target-based challenges where you can bronze, silver and gold star each weapon. For those that haven't dipped their big old toe in Rainbow Six Siege, this Bomb Defusal game mode consists of two phases, played out over multiple rounds. The first phase of each round is a time period where each player on both teams picks the guns and gadgets for that round. Each item has a cost to purchase, while currency to buy them is earned each round based on performance, very similar to Counter-Strike Global Offensive. The defending team will have to be a little quicker picking their selection, as in this time period they might also want to place defensive gadgets such as trip mines and alarm sensors before the attacking team get a chance to breach the building. The second phase is where the action happens. Revolters, that's the defending team, must protect two bombs that are in two close rooms in a building. Win by eliminating the breachers, that's the attacking side. The breachers must make their way into the building and win by either killing all the defenders or planting a diffuser in the same room as either one of the two bombs being defended. Once the diffuser is placed, just wait for it to do its thing. The gameplay in Breachers is nothing new. It's been available for users on flat-screen consoles for years. Crucially, however, this gameplay style is in no way overdone. A lot of people never got the chance to play Rainbow Six, and it feels incredibly fresh to VR. Let's talk gadgets. There are a wide range of gadgets for both attackers and defenders that make each round really unique. While both teams get the option for an array of grenades and healing syringes, highlights for the attackers are the breaching foam and the drone. Spray breaching foam onto any wall with a yellow painted X, and then drop the plunger to explode the wall and create new openings for your team. The drone you chuck out and can fully control, allowing you to spot revolters from the safety of your mechanical friend. Check it out. Revolters, that's the defenders, get trip mines that can be placed anywhere in the building. I like to try and be a bit sneaky with them and not just place them in the doorways where they're easily seen. Much like the trip mines, you can also place proximity alarms on any flat surface. If a breacher comes near one alarm, it will sound and alert the whole of your team to the enemy's position. The variety here is great. There's so much to keep each round fresh, and you'll really want to try new ways to approach if previous attempts fail as a breacher, and as a revolter you'll love spicing up the placement of defensive gadgets to outsmart your opponents. The game at launch features 3 maps for the Bomb Defusal game type, and 1 map for the team deathmatch mode. That might sound a little lacking in quantity, but rest assured they don't lack in quality. I'm confident the success that this game has already shown means the developers are already hard at work on more maps to buff the launch content out. Factory is a 3-level Bomb Defusal map that features a large factory floor that will leave breachers out in the open, but then it recedes into a real tight map design when you get back to the corridors of the office, kitchen and control rooms. Hideout is another Bomb Defusal map that also features 3 levels, but overall is much more consistent in its room size, not feeling too open or too claustrophobic. The last Bomb Defusal map is Skyscraper, a 2-level map where breachers start on the roof and must abseil down into the broadcast station. This map is much more longer range than the previous 2. For Team Deathmatch we get Kill House. This small symmetrical 1-floor map has a sort of wooden fort at either end that allows some long-range battles, with 2 flanking runs either side for those that want to get close and personal. While Team Deathmatch on this map is fun, I found that once the team had pushed the advantage, they could sit tidy where they have a good line of sight to the spawn area for the other team and take them out as they spawn in. You won't find any dynamic spawn points like in a Call of Duty game. It's great to spice up the gameplay a bit, but lacks that game of chess that Bomb Defusal has. Objects like wooden boards and thin breachable walls also allow bullets to pass through. so if you know an enemy is behind that wooden board, let rip and you'll likely do damage or even get the kill. Geometry in the levels is very basic. Crates are perfectly squared and there's no depth to many textures. However, the textures are really nice and sharp, so often you don't notice. The simple geometry found in the level clutter also gives the game a level of welcome simplicity that means you're not hitting random hitboxes that your bullets should pass through. It's very clear that if your red dot is over the enemy and you hit your trigger, you will hit them. A game like this with such short time to kill needs simplicity like that to not become frustrating. While on the note of simple geometry, let's get into performance. Breaches is very solid. In my time playing so far, I haven't had a single noticeable frame drop, and network performance hasn't been an issue at all. The game is sharp and everything is so clear. In VR, especially on standalone devices like the Quest, anti-aliasing is a luxury that the systems more often than not can't push too hard. A nasty trade-off when anti-aliasing is low is that very straight lines will usually shimmer, very ugly and super noticeable in VR. You won't find any of that ugliness here. The most baffling thing is, how is this game so good looking when the geometry is full of straight lines? Amazing job, Triangle Factory. This kind of thing makes me super excited to see what games you bring us in the future, because you obviously know what you're doing with this tech. That's where I'll leave this look at Breaches on the Quest 2. At launch it's currently £29.99, well worth it for the VR Game of the Year so far in my opinion. Thanks very much, my name's been Dan, see you later! With the new launch of the Resident Evil 4 flat screen remake, I thought what a better time to jump into the best way to play Resident Evil 4 in my opinion, the VR version on the Quest 2. So it looks like we've got to get in that boat and go into that lake. What could go wrong? Oh hey, this is fun, check this out. God, it's a bit nausea inducing though. Got a harpoon gun. Oh, what's happening here? You'll notice in this game